So good morning you all. Today we will start with the unit 4, the last topic of the syllabus, that is the counters. Today I will just give a brief introduction about the counters. What are counters and where they are used in daily life. So counters are basically, as the name suggests, it is used to count something. But what does it count? It will count the number of clock pulses that we are giving to any system. Pulse we can give in this manner. So the clock pulse that we are giving, it will count the number of pulses, how many pulses that we are giving to a counter. As the clock pulse is nothing but it is related to time, for which time, how much time the counter will on, how much time a flip-flop will work, like this. So we can also calculate the frequency as well as the time period with the help of counter. Counter are also known as the frequency divider. Alright, so counters may count in both the ways. It may count in up counting as well, it may count in down counting as well. It may count like up counting means 0, 1, 2, 3 increasing order, and down counting means n minus 1, n minus 2 up to 0. So it may count in both the manners. Now we can see the application of up counters in our daily life, like we have seen the all of us, we have seen the EVM machines and the software that we can see when we go to shopping mall. So for example, when we buy something, buy some product, and we go to the cash counter, we can see the software that the cashier deals with. So the cashier hold the items one by one, and you can watch in the software that the number rises one by one. If the cashier hold first item, it will count to 1. If it takes the other item, the count rises to 2. It will take the third item, it will the counting rises to 3. So this is the that software contains the up counters with that. And similarly, we have seen the EVM machines. So as one person gives the vote for one party, and another person came who is also giving the vote to the same party, then the number rises to 2. If the other person came and also give the vote to the same party, then the number rises to 3. So in that manner the EVM machines work, and the number rises one by one for the one particular party. Now down counting, we can see in the space related research, like when a rocket ship has to be launched, then they will never start the counting from 0, 1, 2, 3. They will start the down counting. Means they will start from particular point like 20 second, 19 second, 18 second, 17 second, and when the counting reaches to 0, rocket ship launched. So in case of space related research, we always use down counters. Now if someone asks what is the present state of the counter, how can you calculate the present count of the counter? The present count of any counter is nothing but it represents the state of the counter. For example, in a particular counter, if you have given 4 pulses, okay, then the state of the counter will be 4. So the number of, actually you can say the present count, or you can say the number of pulses represent the state of that particular counter. Okay, and now the question is how you can design the counters. So as we have seen, the resistors are the combination of flip-flops. Counters in the same way are the combination of flip-flops. The counters are the combination of flip-flops. Okay, but here for an n-bit counter, there must be 2 to the power n possible states, or 2 to the power n pulses will be there for n-bit counter. For example, if we are taking the value of n as 4-bit counter, then it will have 16 possible state or 16 pulses counting from 0 to 15. It will start counting from 0 to 15. Means it can count up to 15th pulse. Okay. So for an n-bit counter, it should keep in mind there should be n possible state. For a 3-bit counter, there will be n possible states, 2 to the power n. For a 2-bit counter, there will be 4 possible states. Okay, and the clock frequency of a counter, or you can say there is a formula for it. Each state frequency of each state or each pulse is defined as the formula as the total frequency divided by 2 to the power n. This is the frequency of the counter. Okay, now there are how many types of counters are possible? Now there are 3 types of counters that are possible. The first is, so how many types of counter? Now we can see there are 3 types of counter. The first is asynchronous and synchronous. First are asynchronous and synchronous counters. So what are asynchronous and synchronous counters? As I have said, this counters are the combinations of the flip-flop. Asynchronous is also called ripple or serial counter, and synchronous is also called parallel counter. Alright, so first we will discuss about asynchronous. So in the case of asynchronous or ripple counter, for example, we are taking a 3-bit counter. So how many states are possible? There are 8 possible states, means it can count from 0 to 7. Okay, but which flip-flop should I use for, or which is best for the counters? As we have seen, registers are, for register we use either D flip-flop or JK. So for counters we have to use JK or T flip-flop, as both are same. T is nothing but the combination of JK. So either we can use T flip-flop or we can use JK flip-flop. Why only this? Because counters work on the principle of toggling. Toggle function is most important, and toggle function shows JK or T flip-flop. So we always use JK or T flip-flop. So I take JK, output is QA, JK, QB, JK, JK, QC. Okay. So in asynchronous counter, what do you mean by asynchronous? Means each flip-flop, in register board we have seen all the flip-flops are triggered by the same clock pulse, but in asynchronous counter each flip-flop is triggered by the different clock pulse. For example, we are giving clock pulse first. For the first flip-flop we are giving the clock pulse from the outside, then the second flip-flop will be triggered on by the output of the first. We are not giving the same clock pulse. When the output generated, then it will trigger the second flip-flop, and third flip-flop will be triggered by the output of second. Means each flip-flop is triggered by the different flip-flop. The preceding flip-flop will be triggered on by the output of the previous flip-flop. This is asynchronous, and we will give the common input JK are connected to 1. This is, you can say, logic 1. This is a line for logic 1, and this is connected with the J and K input. Okay. Input is same that we are giving, but triggering is different for each flip-flop. This is called asynchronous meaning. Now synchronous, if we see, in opposite to asynchronous, in the case of synchronous means in synchronization with the clock pulse. Each flip-flop will be triggered by the same clock. Each flip-flop will be triggered by the same clock pulse. Means all the flip-flop will switch on at the same time by the same clock pulse. And we are giving individual input to each flip-flop, external input to each flip-flop like I1, I2, I3. This is the meaning of synchronous. Asynchronous means each flip-flop is triggered by the output of the previous one, and in synchronous each flip-flop are triggered with the same clock. Okay, now the second type of counters are single and multi-mode counters. Single mode and multi-mode counters. So what do you mean by single mode counters and multi-mode counters? Means single mode means either it can count up counting or down counting. That a counter either it can count up counting or it can count down counting. It will count only in one manner, either up or down. But what do you mean by multi-mode? It can count up as well as down counting. Means the counters, the single circuit that can count in up manner as well as in down manner simultaneously. So that is the meaning of multi-mode. Now third is modulus counter. So modulus counter means it will show the number of state that the counter can count. For example, there are always some number that will be associated with this modulus. In short, we call it as mod counters. Then if we associate the particular number like mod 10 counter, if this number shows that this counter is able to count only 10 pulses. It cannot count more than 10 pulses, and the count will be from 0 to 9. If I associate mod 7 counter, it can count only 7 pulses from 0 to 6. So that number shows that the number associated with the modulus that shows how many pulses that it can count. So that number represents up to n. For example, mod n, up to n pulse it can count. Up to n pulse it can count. Okay, and the states goes from 0 to n minus 1. So that is the meaning of modulus of counter. And in the next lecture we will start with the designing of the ripple counter. That is we will see the designing of a synchronous counter. Thank you.